Thank you, everybody, for being here, and also for the AV. I was a little emotional. That's why I looked away. Um I've not had a chance to interact with the media after being named the Cricketer of the Year and the two awards from ICC. Obviously, that was capping off a wonderful year or two that I've had. I've had 2 years of 50+ wickets now, and also having contributed in a big fashion in teams scaling heights to the #1 ranking. I felt it was pertinent that we did this, and no better occasion than having Bhairav and doing it in my home city. It gives me a lot of pleasure, and I'd like to thank you and welcome you here today. I'd just like to go back a little bit and talk about what's happened or what's panned out in the last couple of seasons. Some of you might have already heard it from me, but I'm going to talk about some sweeping changes that I've gone through in my life and in my cricketing career. It's not like I've been there for 20 years like one of the greatest Sachin Tendulkar did, but definitely there is some learning in there for me. In 2015 at Adelaide, what panned out was people talk about my technical changes and my chat with Bharat Arun, but what was very striking to me was the fact that I played the previous test match in England, and I just assumed that I will play the next test match because that was at Oval, and I mean the away test, and I just thought that was the marking of a big comeback or a big change in my career. But what panned out in Adelaide was some sort of a shock to me. In hindsight, it was a kick down my backside to tell me that I was not good enough. And to take it personally is very easy, which I might have done if I was in 2008 when I came into the CSK team for the first time as a youngster, as 20-year-old. But this time around, I knew this had happened a couple of times now. I'd been left out once before and the second time now, and probably I had to look within inside myself. And one thing which I looked back was at my college days. I'm going way back in my life because that was, I would like to think, was my turning point. I'm more than actually a cricketer who became an engineer. I would call myself an engineer who became a cricketer. Because until then I was a cricketer who played, enjoyed my sport. I thought I was born to play cricket and all that. But what engineering taught me was something which was the harsh realities of life. And to me, I went to the HOD for my final year, and I actually spoke to him saying, "Sir, my records are not pertinently signed, and I need to get it signed if I need to appear for my exams, final exams, to become an engineer." He said something which was very hurtful. He actually told me that you anyway earn money. You have a contract with the Chennai Super Kings. It's not like you need to be an engineer, and an engineer is someone who actually goes and works, and it is deserved by so many other people on the streets. And you seem to have actually played cricket, come on your free time to college, and have become an engineer. So what struck me that day was, he said, if at all you think you deserve to be an engineer and also deserve to be a cricketer, you need to put in the hard yards. What have you done? What have you done for us or for yourself to be eligible of this engineering degree? And I went back home thinking about it. I thought I had given up on my engineering, and I thought that's it. All my hard work for the last 4 years has gone to waste. If I don't become a cricketer, I'm probably a wasted person for the rest of my life. I went back home and discussed this with my mother, and my mother said something that is very she said it in our home language, which is Tamil, obviously. She said, if you don't improve, you don't get very far in life. But if you don't change, you don't give yourself a chance to improve. I would go back into the story because that fine day in Adelaide, when I had nothing to do for the 5 days, when actually Nathan Lyon was ripping the Indian batting lineup apart, was this particular statement that I gave myself. It goes like this: change and improvement are directly proportional. One cannot exist or happen without the other. And if I have to change, if I've decided to change, improvement is just a result, it's around the corner. But if I look to improve, change is inevitable. So the only thing that I did was to actually tell myself that my attitude needed a kick by the backside, and my attitude needed to change. Because my attitude was coming in the way of actually improving myself. How much ever I looked to improve, my attitude was the same. You see a lot of people in life, I also meet a lot of people who actually do this constantly. They look to improve, doing the same things again and again in life. it doesn't get you very far, my friends. That's my only lesson, and that's the reason behind even this association with these people. Thank you so much. I'll probably answer a few questions on this regard later on. Thank you.